Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
The Pinky and the Brain. Yes, Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. They're laboratory mice. Their genes have been spiced. They're Pinky and the Brain. Brain. Before each night is done, their plan will be unfurled by the dawning of the sun. They'll take over the world. They're Pinky and the Brain. Yes, Pinky and the Brain. Their twilight campaign is easy to explain. To prove their mousy worth, they'll overthrow the earth. They're Pinky and the Brain. Brain. Arf!
Pinky and the Brain. How many of you guys remember that cartoon?
Absolutely, yes.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Quick question. Who was actually the genius in that cartoon?
The Brain.
Well, it was the Brain, technically.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not positive, but
It's been a while.
right. I mean, Pinky usually foiled the Brain's ideas, so maybe he was the smart one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, every time you guys think about this, everything Pinky thought of was a little bit more logical than what the Brain actually was thinking about.
Right.
You know, so one was a genius, the other one's insane. So I'm thinking Pinky.
A combination.
When you put it that way, you've opened my eyes.
Yeah, I think Pinky was actually the genius, and the Brain was the one that was actually insane. Because everything he did was he was focused on one thing, which was taking over the world.
Right.
And he was only as small as a mouse. He wasn't really that big. I mean, he was just a small little fella, but he had that. I give him, you know what? I give him respect because he had that will. He had that drive to want to succeed. So I give him that. I really do. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. But then at the same time, if you think about it, he was doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
Yeah.
But
he could
be that half the people in the world. That's half the people in the world, am I right?
Well, yeah.
Definition.
Do things over and over again and expect the same results.
I think you're being generous by saying only half.
Yikes.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with half on that one. We're just gonna. Well, guys, welcome to the show. I appreciate you guys joining us. I've been looking for this podcast for a while, and I'm just curious to see what you got. I think this is the first time I've ever been in Minnesota.
Oh, really?
Welcome.
I've never. You know what, you guys? Minnesota is sort of like Arizona in the paranormal aspect of it, because when I reach out for people, paranormal investigators up there, there's really not that many, I don't think, because I've never. You guys are the only one. I like Minnesota. I'm like, whoa, let me get these guys on here. Far and few. Now, maybe you guys can tell me why that is, because Arizona is having the same problem. Far and few paranormal teams that are willing to come out of the shadows and do some investigating and explaining things. Maybe nobody wants to put in the hard work. I don't know.
That could be. Yeah.
And it is
there's
quite
a
cool.
lot. I think there are a lot of investigators. It's a lot of teams. I mean, we know quite a few teams, but I don't know. Maybe they're just not putting themselves out.
Yeah. I think that's a lot of it. Maybe it's that Minnesota nice that, they're very humble, I guess. And we try to be the same way too. We're not doing our own podcast, and we're not, advertising or anything like that. We got our Facebook and a couple of videos on YouTube, and that's about it.
Well, a couple of videos on YouTube can go a whole hell of a long way if it's done right. You know what I'm saying? Irene, where's the popcorn tonight? Robert was just
cinnamon
asking.
rolls this morning, not popcorn.
Yeah, Irene is from Japan, y'all. It's pretty early over there for her. And you guys heard her mention coffee. 9 o'clock. Well, I was still asleep 9 o'clock this morning.
Coffee.
Guys, welcome to the show. I really appreciate you guys joining me. But with that being said, I'm gonna turn it over to you guys, and you guys introduce yourselves. Tell the world a little bit about. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. Hey, shout out to everybody on all the social medias tonight. All you guys on Kick, Rumble, Instagram, Twitch, and I just started streaming live to X. So are you guys on X? Are you guys on YouTube, Facebook, and my personal Facebook page? I am not streaming live today on Clapper or on TikTok. So, guys, forgive me. I will make it up to you guys later. I promise. All you guys over there, I will make it up to y'all. But anyway, guys, please, the floor is yours. Please tell me a little bit about yourselves and how you guys come to be.
Lena, you want to start? You kind of started the whole thing.
Okay. Sure. Well, Leanne is my sister, so that's how King Sisters Paranormal came about. We've been interested in this for many, many, many years, and we just hadn't quite gotten around to do any investigations. I was invited by another paranormal group. They needed another person to do an investigation. So I bought a voice recorder and a cheap video camera and did an investigation with them at a school in Iowa. And that was Skeptic Boy Paranormal. And then when we came back, every time we get together, we talked about going to the Villisca Axe Murder House, doing all this other things. So we had talked about it enough, and finally I booked it, and we decided we needed a name. So we went into the investigation, got a really great EVP, and that's just kind of the beginning. We were hooked from that point on. So
okay.
Since 2019.
Yeah.
Yep, 2019.
I was going to ask that question. Where was the date? The time and the date. Do you remember the time you decided that you want to do this, or just the date?
I think that it was after the investigation, and we enjoyed the investigation thoroughly, but when we actually went through the evidence and we found that one EVP, that was all we needed. It was like, yeah, we're doing this.
This is what we want to do in our spare time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that must have been one hell of an EVP.
It was.
What did they say?
Yeah, and it's on our YouTube channel. And it was mind blowing to all three of us. We couldn't believe we captured something like that.
What did they say?
We were doing an experiment. I don't know if you're familiar with Villisca. It's a really tragic story of an entire family that was killed back in 1912. And we were and the owners of the home had it restored back to the way it looked back then. We were sitting in the parlor or the living room of the home, and just doing an experiment with a couple of pendulums on a piano bench. And we were asking if there was any spirits that could move those pendulums. Didn't really see any movement, but when we listened back to it, we heard a very clear young girl's voice talking to us about that experiment. And it was to this day, it's our best piece of evidence, and it's also probably what still motivates us to do what we do.
It's our favorite one.
It's by far our favorite one. Yeah.
Oh,
They were basically just
Nazi is my friend. She lives in Minnesota. Her house is Grand Central Station of all paranormal.
Okay. What part of Minnesota?
Yeah.
And does she need somebody to investigate?
Well, I've already, yeah, I worked on her house many times, so yeah.
Okay.
It's just,
We're free.
like, one of those
I
things.
mean,
And we don't charge.
Don't worry about it.
that, you know, that might be something you guys might want to be interested in. I mean, I don't know if the house was totally taken care
She
of, or
lives in
there's
it.
some lingering spirits.
She lives in it.
But yeah,
Yeah, we've done
that
a
might
couple
be
of
something
homes.
that you guys want to look into.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do
me too.
residential investigations. They do cleansings.
Yeah.
And it's a service that we provide. It's not something we'd ever charge for or anything like that. But we do stuff like that. In fact, we almost prefer the
Amazing.
residentials because you're directly helping the homeowner and maybe helping the spirit that's there, you know.
Yeah.
Mm,
I've done her
now,
house many times. It's just stuff that comes
yeah,
out every once in a blue moon. Yeah.
there's a lot going on up in Minnesota. I'm curious to know what exactly is going
Yeah.
on, guys. Is that case that you guys just told me about with the voice recorder? Is that the most memorable case that you guys worked on, or is there many others?
I think it was our defining one. I mean, we have so many memories of doing this. I mean, I always go back to that one kind of just because
Yeah.
it was our initial, hey, we might have something here as a team. We might actually be good at this, and let's get into it further.
Okay. Investigating Minnesota, is there a particular time out of the year that you guys just shut everything down, or you guys are just pretty active 365 days out the year?
Part of it
Pretty
depends
much.
on the location.
Right.
I mean, if it doesn't have heat, if it doesn't have electricity, if it's outside, we aren't doing that in the wintertime. That's not gonna happen. But I mean, especially we do a lot of the residentials. A lot of those come up during the colder months, and yeah, a lot of it depends on the weather and the location. Because yeah, we're not
Okay.
doing that if it's freezing.
But do you
Wow.
notice
So
that
you're not willing,
certain paranormal things happen during certain times of the year?
Yeah, we usually have more residential calls. I would say toward the fall, late fall.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, summer is
so
Yeah,
you're
usually
not
I'm not sure
willing,
what that is.
yeah, you're not willing to take that cold for the team, huh?
it's
Depends.
absolutely necessary.
If it's necessary.
It depends. If it's a
Only if
family who
absolutely necessary.
if it's a family who needs some help, then we're definitely going to help them.
Yeah, if someone needs some help,
Because we
exactly.
always
Yeah.
want to investigate that's going to be there next year or next
Okay.
summer. We'll wait till summer.
I got a question. I got a question in the chat with Nancy, and I'm gonna put it up on the board, and I hope you guys can see it.
Gray Cloud. I don't think I've heard of Gray Cloud Island.
No,
Have you
where
heard?
is that in Minnesota?
Nancy, please respond in the chat, please.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever heard of that one.
I know I haven't.
Yeah, we're in the southeast corner of the state. We're willing to travel wherever. But yeah, I've never heard of that one. I don't know if that's like there's 14,000 lakes in Minnesota. So an island
Oh.
could be just about anywhere.
It's near
From
St. Paul.
Oh,
Yeah,
I haven't heard of it.
we'll have to look at that.
Yeah, no, but
I'll
that's
look into it.
we're definitely looking into it.
Okay. Wow. You know, the one
When he's
thing
all
I've
over.
noticed about the one thing I've noticed about a lot of northern states, Minnesota, there's a couple more in Montana. There's not really any local legends or folklore that I've really heard of. can you guys tell us, are there any folklore or urban legends that are in your state that you guys are willing to go investigate?
I know that there are some up in the cities. There's we did go to Faribault where there's an old school, a deaf school,
Yeah,
and
the
there,
deaf and blind. Yeah.
yep, and there are supposedly, there's a legend that they used to have a little cemetery for babies that didn't make it. And we went out there, and that was cold, but that was a very interesting situation. That was one of those that we've gone to. I don't know about a lot of urban legends.
Yeah, I don't think we have our own Mothman in Minnesota or anything like that.
No,
Well, we
that's what
do.
I'm aware of.
In
Oh, it's
northern
too damn
Minnesota,
cold.
we have Sasquatch.
It's
and
too
we
damn
have,
cold. They're not going to do that.
well, Sasquatch is furry, so he's okay.
Yeah.
But we have,
Yeah.
we've got Sasquatch, we've
All
got
right,
little Wendigo.
Okay. I got a question for you guys from Robert. I'm put up in the chat.
That's a very good point.
If there's residential, it's usually in fall or winter. Do you believe it?
So do we believe it's because they might be depressed? I think, personally, I think if someone's depressed, they're more open, they're more likely to be attractive to
Mhm.
spiritual entities, whether good or bad or whatever. And if they're hunkered down, then they're in their house and maybe they're seeing more and they're noticing more. So that's very
Mhm.
possible. I don't think it's because they're crazy.
And,
But
and so the client themselves is, and that is an aspect of it that you have to think about when you go do a residential investigation. We're here to debunk as well. We're also looking into whether or not is this person having some sort of episode. Are they mentally fit at that particular time? Maybe they're having something going on in their life that's just been so traumatic that it's causing them to see things that aren't actually there, and that's part of the investigation.
We did have one residential place that we went to that after talking with her, I found out that she was going through programs and things like that, and she was at a very high stress level.
Right.
So one of those things was, this is what we found, and I'm going to show you how to protect your space. But at the same time, you need to find help if you need help. That's most important. You need to make sure you're okay, and it is outside. But I'm never going to tell anybody I think that they're crazy because they see something I don't either.
no,
That's important.
That's weird. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that he asked about if we have a questionnaire. We don't have a questionnaire, but we talk to them personally and get as much of their story and as much of their experiences as they're willing to tell us in their background. And
I've got a questionnaire that I've printed off that we borrowed from somebody, but we haven't actually used it yet. If we were doing 20 residentials a year, we'd probably, just to protect ourselves and the homeowner, it's a good idea, actually. Kind of a disclaimer and a questionnaire and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I know most of the people that we've done the residentials for have been somebody one of us have known personally,
Right,
or through a
work
friend or a worker.
Yeah.
which is why they knew to call us.
Right.
Minnesota has a lot of Native American
Yes.
land. Chippewa, Sioux. There's another one. There's 3 tribes that fought a lot on Minnesota land. So you have a lot of disgruntled spirits who still fought back then are still fighting right now in death.
Right.
So you have a lot of tension, a lot of anger, a lot of issues coming up, and it flows onto the people who are living there on that land. So it's just a lot of, like, how do you calm all of them down, and how do you feel that you could have these people live in peace with with the spirits of the land. So
Right.
it's like a slippery slope, no matter how you look at it.
Mhm.
And on Nancy's property, there were three different tribes that were fighting, and they did a lot of scalping on that land. So there's a lot of tragedy, and there's a lot of death, and there's a lot of murder on that land. So when I went in there, I tried to calm all the spirits down and try to find some kind of peace and harmony, but it was really difficult because you had incubus, you had a succubus, you had all these you had the nasty ones, you had the good ones. There was all kinds of stuff they had to deal with, and it's like every single day there would be something different that came through, and every single day you'd have to deal with, okay, this one came in, that one came in. Like as the day progresses, you got more and more and more coming in, and I said, I'm all of a sudden thinking, I'm exhausted. I gotta go to bed after. So I was passing out afterwards because it took so much energy to calm each spirit down. Like you couldn't do it all in one session. You have to go back over and over and over again to help them all. But it's a challenge to do certain lands in that area, and it was just different. Different, and I had to call my friend who lives in Indiana, and she's Cherokee, and I said, I need your help. And so we had to, okay, do this, do that. Okay, I'll do this, I'll do that. So yeah, I had to have help when when I was dealing with her land, and it was like, like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed now. Bye. Yeah.
You know, it's weird because I've never thought about this, that cabin fever can actually play a big role
Hmm.
Absolutely.
in
And
Hmm.
in Minnesota, there's plenty of
yeah.
cabin fever to go around. There is.
Yeah.
You know, but I didn't think about that when it comes to you guys up in the north, man. You guys are
Mhm.
actually in the house for a long, maybe 5 to 10 days at the most. And trust me, that would drive me nuts.
Well, I think if you go really far up north, that's probably we leave every day, whether it's snow, ice, whatever. We don't close, so we all have to go to work.
But we're not hanging out outside on
No,
purpose.
unless you're into snowmobiling or
Yeah,
ice
no sports.
fishing,
Not
or,
us.
and that's not us. No,
Yeah.
that's
That's not us.
that's not us at all.
That is crazy, guys. Guys, I was talking to a gentleman, and it didn't dawn on me, but he actually had, and he made me think for a moment. And I'm gonna make you guys do the same thing. And we were sitting, and he's like, Terry, and I like, can you tell me the difference between a spirit and a soul? And I paused, and I'm like, bro, that is a deep question because nobody has never asked me that before. If I know the difference between a spirit and a soul.
It's very
And
possible they're the same thing. It's very
Yeah.
possible.
and I'm like, okay, let me try to analyze this. Is it possible that everything on this planet can have a spirit? A tree, animals, just about everything. But not too many things have a soul. You, me, certain individuals have souls, but only a select few. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that?
Mhm.
I don't know if I ever thought about it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think just about any living creature you would think would have a spirit,
Mhm.
because I think of spirit and energy as kind of the same thing, but maybe we're just
Right.
adding another
Yeah,
word,
that's what I was going to say.
soul, into it,
Yeah.
and just kind of maybe a little over analyzing it. Maybe every living creature also has a soul, and it escapes the body when the vessel ceases to live, and that soul or that energy, that spirit has to go somewhere.
Or if you have a soul, you have more of an intelligent,
Yeah, I mean, maybe soul is the more intelligent
more
aspect.
intelligent aspect of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Never
It's a
thought about
great
it.
question, though, Terry. Yeah, yeah,
That's a good question.
I've never thought about that. Yeah.
What about a tree, for an example? We know trees are living, breathing entities. Do they have a spirit or do they have a soul? Inquiring minds want to know. I want to be able to go back and tell this guy, you know, because I could not answer his question.
Yeah,
I'm
no, I
like,
know they have an energy.
They definitely have
Right.
energy.
Yes.
So I
And
don't
if-
know if that's
If they have an energy, if that is its spirit,
I don't know if anybody else has hugged a tree, but you can feel the energy.
right?
In my opinion. So,
And a tree bleeds also. They do bleed too, you know.
Mhm.
A tree bleeds. So it has a life, it has a soul, it has energy.
But then does a daffodil, does a blade of grass, because those are also living things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that energy.
Are they screaming when I cut the lawn?
We don't want to know the answer to that.
don't
No,
answer
no,
that.
no, no. I'll tell you who's screaming. There's an old lady behind you that's screaming behind you, Jim. There's
Right.
an old lady that's screaming at you
Oh,
behind you.
right now?
Yep.
That is a very
Yeah,
interesting
so-
question, though, Terry. I agree. Yeah.
Please, if you guys just please pass it on down the line, ask somebody, and just see what kind of answer that you might get from that. Because
Yeah, that is a good question.
I'm mystified on that. You know, guys, I heard you guys mention, especially Leanne, you like to pay to play, don't you?
I like to what?
Leanne, you like to pay to play?
Do you
Pay
mean
to
for
play?
Because you
investigations?
mentioned something. Yes. Because
We
you mentioned
do.
going to a location and paid for it. So I'm just
Yeah,
wondering, do you are you
We don't necessarily like to pay for it.
We will.
That's the wrong way
But
to
we
put it.
do.
We have and we will. Do we like having to pay now?
No.
It depends on the location.
Get your
There,
finger in the light socket again.
I mean,
every
because
time,
a lot of people don't like to pay to play. You know, the prices are just getting
yeah,
Cardinal-ish. If
Yes,
I
they
want
are.
to put that in there, they're getting Cardinal-ish. You know, especially if you own a truck, $600 and $700
Mhm.
is really expensive, and it just keep
Yeah.
getting higher and higher and higher. And I know you
Yeah.
guys are a lot closer to some of these prime locations compared to where I'm at or where Irene is at. Is pay to play actually?
I
Is
think
it-
that I think that it
I don't
depends.
know.
So I think that if it's a place we all really want to go and we know how much it's going to cost, you know, and that's something we choose to do, then we all have to kind of buckle down and start saving money for it. We are a small team. We don't have 12 people to divide it out to. We're married, so
Mhm.
2/3 of it, you know, so because we split
we have to
everything
be
3 ways.
selective.
So, you know, so
Yeah.
it's if we decide we want to go someplace, usually it's because we've heard a lot of things and we want to experience it ourselves. We pay because we know that those places have a reputation for being haunted. We're probably going to have
Mhm.
some sort of an experience, and sometimes it's easy. It's more. I'd rather go there, have the experience, and not have to worry about whether or not I'm going to be able to, we're as a team, we're going to be able to help the resident in the home or the spirit in the home. And that way it's just, it's more fun. It's more for a fun thing, which some people don't think it's fun, but it's more of a fun thing that way than versus the stress of having to try and find the answer and figure out what's going on.
Yeah, we're adrenaline junkies just like anybody else. We just prefer this over roller coasters and stuff, you
I
know?
like
At
roller
this point,
coasters.
Yeah.
that's not
Yeah.
work, that's entertainment for us.
Well, yeah.
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 I
Yeah.
don't have to pay anything to go and see anything spooky. That place behind me right there is haunted, so I
You,
don't have to pay
yeah.
anything.
You mentioned just a few minutes ago that you are willing to help the spirits. What, and I'm asking, what are you guys willing to do with the spirits if they do ask for your help?
Normally, if they're wanting help and they just don't know how to cross over, we try and walk them through that, see what they're afraid of, see if they can communicate, why they're afraid and why they're stuck. And if it's something that we can help with, and we can't help with everyone, but if we can help them go through into the light, into wherever their belief system is, if that's something we can't help with, we have some other teams that we would reach out to make sure that they can get help if they need it. We don't want the residents of the home afraid to live in their home, and we don't want the spirit confused and wondering why everything's happening either. Sometimes I think they just don't understand what's going on, so.
Yeah.
And one thing we do
Do
a
you
lot is we
believe that some
compromise.
places you can't help?
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
there are some things that are beyond our abilities.
Yeah.
But if there's a
Even
residence,
if you did, it's still the land, the house that's on the land, what's near the land, what kind of thing that happened on the land a long time ago could affect the house now or the people that's living on the land now. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
it's
Absolutely.
a catch-22, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you can, but a lot of times, with my experience, you can't. And the best thing to do is move.
a lot of times what we're
Yeah,
doing is just trying to get the entity and the person, the people that live in the house, to coexist. If they,
Mhm.
if they're not leaving, and the
Mhm.
people aren't leaving, I think we've managed to work out some compromises here and there. Like
Mhm.
leave them alone in the shower. Just don't talk to
Yeah.
them when they're,
Don't mess
um,
with the kids while they're sleeping.
leave them alone. Yeah.
So,
If they ask you to leave them alone for a while, leave them alone for a while. It's just
boundaries.
giving the ownership some boundaries and some power to take back their house, and they feel better
Now,
about living there.
do you think that can go both ways?
Mhm.
So maybe, because I think when we go into a location and it's always on the on the homeowner. You got to do this for the homeowner. You can't do that to the homeowner. What about if the roles were reversed? Let's do the reverse psychology for a minute. What about if the resident of the home is patronizing the spirits?
It's one of
So
the first
what
things
do
we
we
tell people is,
tell the owner? What do we tell the owner? Don't be so harsh towards the spirits that are there. We hardly ever hear that.
I literally tell people they are people. Treat them like people. They were
Mhm.
people. You treat them as you want to be treated. If you're going to be nasty and tell them to get the F out of my house every 2 seconds, then no, they're not going to be nice to you. They're not going to have that respect for you. You have to have respect, mutual respect.
Yeah, that is
Everyone-
the one thing that we all need to realize in this is about people. A spirit is
Yeah.
nothing more than a person who used to be alive,
Yeah.
but they're still a person. They expect respect just like anyone else
Mhm.
does.
And everyone that we've worked with, the people who've had us in there, once they find out, it's not something there to hurt them or hinder them. It's a person, and they just want to be respected and acknowledged. And all the homeowners that we've dealt with have been very open to that. They've all been very respectful.
But then you get these one times where these the spirit is not a spirit anymore. It's an entity, and it does come out to trying to harm the homeowner. Because I had one case where the entity tried to hurt the wife of the homeowner, and she was always being um in the hospital all the time, so it did make her sick. So that time I really had to kick him out.
Yeah, and like we were saying earlier, if it's something that is beyond our capabilities, we'll recommend the next
Yeah.
step.
Yeah.
Whether that be
Okay.
a medium or a priest or whatever you feel comfortable with.
Mhm.
We know our limits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, now,
We know our
now,
limits. Yeah.
Jim, you just mentioned because everything you guys are talking, I'm basically feeding off of you guys. So Jim, you just mentioned your capabilities. What exactly are you guys capable of and not capable of when it comes to your organization? How far are you guys are willing to go to make a situation livable? You know,
Yeah, I think we'll go as far as what we're comfortable with. We're all have different levels of intuitiveness. I think the sisters are more intuitive than I am, but I'm getting there. But yeah, we'll go as far as what we're comfortable with, and then we'll say, hey, we'll just be honest with the client. We're not comfortable with this. Here's our recommendation on what you should do from here. You know, the simple stuff is the saging of the house, simple stuff like that. We can do stuff like that, but if it comes back twofold the next time, maybe we'll come in and do another investigation and then make a recommendation after that one that here's maybe some you can contact or
Or bring somebody in that, we have a few people.
we have friends
We have a
as
few
well.
people that we would trust to bring in and help us
Maybe.
with the situation.
Yeah, because and be there with them just because we're familiar with the place.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't like to deal with, we
So
don't like to get into
basically-
like evil entities or anything
No,
like that.
entities are not our thing.
We don't do
Yeah.
demons.
No.
We don't do demons.
I do.
You can have them.
We'll recommend you. We don't do demons.
If you're in Minnesota, you're on the list.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. I'll help you.
So you guys are a validation team, correct? Or you just go
Yeah,
in and
let's look at
validate?
it that way. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we're there to make sure that they understand that we either do feel something here or we don't. Here's the next step that we should go to, or here's the next step you should take. Right.
Okay. Are any of you guys in the healthcare industry?
No.
Nope.
No.
Believe it or not.
So,
I know in Rochester, can you believe it?
And I don't know about Rochester, Minnesota is the home of the Mayo Clinic, the famous Mayo Clinic. That's what we got going for us here.
there's a lot of things that are going on with the health, with mental health and stuff like that. Have you guys come across anything of that nature where it's a mental health situation?
Well, maybe someone is
And there's-
struggling, not necessarily that it's because we're not mental health professionals, but maybe someone is struggling and you can just kind of sense that they're struggling with something, and that's why they may be feeling that someone is standing behind them or that they're hearing something that they're not really hearing.
Or you see all the empty bottles on the counter that need
Right.
to be refilled, and they're just off
The
their
evidence
meds.
is always there. Yes.
Yeah.
Terry, you got two
You know what I'm
questions there. You have to ask.
Yeah, I'm about to. Okay.
A sensitive or medium. Leanne is the most sensitive. She's the one that's closest to a medium that we have. I would say if we have one, it's Leanne.
I call her this. She's our sensitive, I guess I would call her that. Yeah.
I don't know.
See? Do you see?
I don't see, I just sense. I can always tell when there's an energy around me. I can usually tell if it's male or female. I can usually tell if it's, has good intentions or not. I remember when we were looking at houses before we bought our house. there was one house that we loved, absolutely loved. And then we went upstairs and there was this little cubby. And I was like, no, we're not buying this house. So I don't know what was in there, but then we were not buying that house. I did not like the way that felt. So I just kind of feed off like the energies
If
that I
you
feel
work
around
on
me.
that, if you work on that, you will begin to see. If you close your eyes, you'll begin to see their face, their hair, their eyes, the clothes that they wear. You'll begin to see that if you close your eyes and just stand there and just feel it.
Yeah.
When you feel it, you'll be able to see it. Like
I'm working on the different abilities and stuff like that. I do certain meditations and I have a couple of people I go to for mentoring and stuff like that. So
because
get
if you
there.
try to see it when your eyes are open, you can't see anything.
right.
You have to close your eyes and you have to view what's there. Then you'll begin to see things. Because when I tell Terry something, I said, hold on, and I close my eyes and I look to the side because everything comes in this way. And I tell them, okay, this person's like this, and I can tell you their name, how old they are, how they died, and when they died. It becomes almost like a history book all at once. And it's really cool. But then again, it can be really creepy too, you know.
Yeah, that's how you deal with it. Yeah. And pretty much, I don't know if there's ever been a pay to play location that we haven't been to or that we've been to that she hasn't been touched at.
Yeah.
She typically gets touched by something.
Yeah.
So they know
When you
she's
get
the
touched,
sensitive
it's
one.
okay.
They
When you
know
get
that she's
scratched,
the one that is the easiest to contact.
that's a whole different ball game. When you get touched, you're okay. Make sure you don't get scratched when you get touched. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I haven't had any scratches, so
Yeah, we've never had any, marks on us or anything like that. Nobody has. So. It's just
neither
usually it's a little poke.
Yeah, the last couple weekends ago we were at a location and I got a poke in the booty and then I got somebody who kind of rubbed their hand across my back and that was interesting. So it's always like, okay.
Do you use props when you go and investigate?
Sometimes. Depends on where we're going.
Such as?
If we go to an old hotel, we might use one of those little bells.
The bell for the
The bell.
When we went to Villisca, we actually used period time storybooks, and we actually sat down and read stories to the children because there were 6 children there. Things like that. Just, certain music. Sometimes we'll play music to see if that time period brings anything out.
Boy,
Older
Little
people like
Richard
chocolate.
never fails.
I would agree. Little Richard never does.
Older ladies spirits like chocolate.
Okay, we'll make sure. We usually have chocolate.
We always have
We usually have chocolate.
Little kids like hard candy.
Yeah.
Native Americans like cigars.
Tobacco.
Tobacco.
Water would be really good to bring. Stuff like that, or little teddy bears that has a computer chip in it would be really good for children because they love those.
We've thought about getting one of those, just haven't gotten one yet.
Yeah.
You go to a toy store, right? Toy store has a lot of stuff that you don't really need to spend a whole lot of money, right?
Like the ones that are just toys, not the
actual teddy bear.
And that has the voice.
Weird.
We forget about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're really cool.
If they don't sell it at Ghost Stop.
There's no LED lights in it or anything.
You could put your own little lights in it if you want.
Right?
It's just stuff like that. Really simple stuff goes a long way.
Triggers, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, and everywhere we go, that's kind of what the equipment is about, is to be some sort of trigger. And that's when we've got our first EVP at Villisca, we were using just a couple simple pendulums with gems on the bottom of them, and just to see if they could move anything. And they came right to us. It was just like that. But this was after we read the children's books from the early 20th century too. So it almost felt like they were in the room with us, sitting around listening to the book, and then we were trying to play with them, and they responded. So that was,
You know,
that was
sophisticated beeping paranormal equipment really doesn't work with children. So they like interaction things. They like
Yeah,
talking. They like teddy bears. They like simple stuff. So I think you can get a lot more out of that with a spirit than with all those sophisticated beeping stuff.
right, right.
and yeah, on that first investigation, we didn't really use any of that stuff. We had
No.
audio and
Yeah,
video
cameras
devices,
and audio.
Mhm.
the pendulums, and I don't even know if you had
No,
the
that was
rod.
before I had my rods and everything.
Yeah, she didn't even have her rods at the time. So
Yeah. I think Terry agrees with that one.
The
What's that?
rods?
The dowsing rods, the
Divining rods, yeah.
divining rods.
No, I don't use dowsing rods, but there are other devices that I use that are really unorthodox. You probably will never see them unless you really go look for them. But I think they're very attractive. I think they attract spirits in a unique way because it's something that they have not seen before. So
Mhm.
anything that you present something they have not seen before, of course, they are going to be curious about it. And once they're curious about it, they're going to interact with it.
Right.
And like I told people all the time, uh, when not me personally, when teams go into these locations where there's been heavy boots on the floor, you can't go in there with the same ideas that the team went in before, or the team that went in before them, and
Mhm.
the team that went in before them, before them, before them.
Right.
Because they've all seen it. Pretty much, if you look at it, there's, and I'm gonna throw a number, probably a good 40% of paranormal teams out there pretty much use the same device.
Yeah.
I
They
would
pretty
agree.
much
Yeah.
ask the same questions, and they
Mhm.
pretty much basically just feed off of each other, whether they watch each other on Facebook or YouTube or whatever the case may be. So when you go into these locations, they're already discouraged. Why
Right.
add more to
Oh,
it?
here comes
How
old
many?
Joe
Yeah.
Blow again. Oh no,
How
not
many times are
again.
you going to ask what my name is?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Are you gonna ask me how old am I?
Yeah.
Are you gonna ask
Yeah.
me how I died? Like who gives a
Or
exactly right?
Cat
Right.
balls.
or y'all gonna throw something like this down, and y'all
We
gonna
actually
say,
use
"Can
those a
you
lot.
activate
Cat ball.
this cat ball?"
Yeah, we got the cat balls. Yeah.
Poor little kitty cats that lost their balls for
You know,
paranormal.
No,
I
to
That
be
don't
actually
want
fair,
worked.
cat
my cat
balls.
won't even play with those cat balls, so I don't know if
No,
they're
they
really
Yeah.
good cats or
don't.
not.
Our cat's
And you
not
know what?
interested in
I had a
those.
spirit that said, "Put those away. I don't like those. I'm not gonna talk to you if you put those." I said, "Okay, I'll put them away." And I said, "Ooh,"
I
and
wish they were more. They were all more direct than like that. You know.
yeah, gee whiz, and that was
Right.
like after the war spirits, right? So they didn't really like my cat balls. And my husband, "What the heck are you doing?" I said, "I'm putting them away." "Why are you putting them away?" "Don't ask." So I put those away in my bag and I said, "Okay, we're gonna talk this way. Is that okay?" And they go, "Yes." Then I'll talk to you. I go, "Okay." Yeah, because some of these older spirits do not like equipment because they're not used to it. They don't know what the heck it's for. They don't know why I have it, and they don't know what the heck to do with it, right?
Right.
So you have to make a decision when you go in a place with older spirits. You have to make a decision like, do I do this or not? And if I hear something like, don't put those on. I don't like those. I said, okay, I'll put it away." So it's about compromise for helping them. Okay, if I put this away, will you talk to me? Yes. I go, okay. Then I'll do it that way. Like, yeah, it's just one of those situations where you walk in blind. Do you walk in blind?
Um,
Often.
usually if there's any sort of research done on it, those two kind of
Me
do
and
it.
Renee will do that stuff, but
I would
Steve, yeah,
prefer not to know anything. I like to walk in blind.
right.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Because anytime when you have something written about it, your mind intends to go with towards that instead of
That's
Mhm.
what you're
listening
going to
what's in
focus
there.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so walking blind, you find a heck of a lot more. And sometimes, what's written there is not always true, right?
Right.
So
And
it's a big,
sometimes they may have written about whatever's happening in the upstairs bedroom, but you're
yeah,
pulled into the kitchen and you found a lot more there than anybody has ever
yeah,
found in that bedroom. You
yeah,
know,
and
so
and it just
Well,
creates
hey, it ain't
conflict.
much happening in the bedroom compared to the kitchen.
Oh, Terry,
not in our house, but
not in my house either.
sorry.
Geez, I wonder why.
Hey,
And not now.
I'm just saying.
Well,
Damn, I think I'm gonna stage my house then.
Thanks for bringing that up, Jerry.
Hey, I'm sorry about that.
No,
It
you're
just
right.
came out
You're
last.
fine.
I
You're
don't
fine.
know.
Believe me,
Uh,
this is mild.
Robert, when
All
you
right.
said sage, white sage is really good. Palo Santo is a little bit better than sage. So it depends on what kind of situation you have in your home or when you have uh, in your cleansing. What depends on what it is.
Mhm.
It just depends on where you are and what kind of spirits you have there and what kind of if it's just a regular visitation, you don't want to do anything like that. If it's a haunting, you might want to consider cleansing the place using maybe Palo Santo or white sage. It just depends on the whole, what you got there and your book and what you need to do and how you approach everything.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's typically what she's using is a white sage.
Yeah.
Um, we burn Palo Santo in the house all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
I like the smell.
I've just grown used to it, and now I kind of enjoy it.
yeah. Yeah, it just depends, right, on what you use and where you are and
Yeah.
what's needed, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a person who used to use holy water in their house and the spirits really got pissed, like you won't believe.
Close.
So it's really not yeah,
It's
we
like
don't
bringing a
use that.
cannon to a knife fight.
Things might have escalated there, I'm thinking.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
of that, right? Yeah.
Right. If you're using
Like
holy water,
duh.
Pretty
yeah,
aggressive.
you should have done something maybe a little before that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, please, just be careful what you use. And,
Yeah,
because not all spirits are religious. Some of
Right.
them have very different religions. Some have very different ideas. And some of them may even get offended.
Right.
Right.
Well, that's why we investigate first, right? See what's
Yeah.
there before we go. So,
But because it could be a sticky slope, right? When you're running down those areas, right?
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We normally don't bring a lot of religion into it unless it's something that we know that they were religious people or,
Yeah. Yeah.
unless we have that knowledge beforehand, we don't
Yeah.
and then
bring a lot.
then that's also maybe that's our next recommendation if it's something that is beyond our capabilities. Maybe someone more religious or a priest or a pastor or whatever might help.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
shaman. Yes, whatever your religious beliefs may be.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah, I'd agree
questions,
with that.
guys.
Yeah. I can't see all the questions. I'm not sure if I'm doing it wrong.
It's tiny.
It's tiny. Yeah. What does it say?
Well,
Sage
okay.
for the
So sage for the
indigenous people is
indigenous
used for welfare.
people can be used for welcoming spirits. Mm, half and half.
I've never heard of that before.
No.
I don't know. That's a good question. You might have to
I don't,
ask.
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
You
Native
could.
Americans.
That's
What they use
Google.
is smudging. It looks like it looks like a big huge cigar, and it's wrapped around in rope, and
Mhm.
it's used by a lot of Native Americans. It's called a smudging thing, but It really just
Sound
invite
like a good
them.
peace fight
You
to me.
could calm them down or kick them out using smudging things, but you don't really use them to welcome the spirit.
Right. And
Actually,
I
you
mean,
don't
that's
want anything. Yeah, you don't want any spirits in your home unless you invite them, unless you know them, because you don't want anything uninvited to come in your home.
Right.
So
yeah.
you have to be very careful what you want in your domain, and be really careful about that. So I don't agree
Hey,
with that.
I don't invite my kids, but they show up anyway.
Well, hey, Penny shows up, Grandpa shows up, right?
I just want them to call ahead, Terry. They can come anytime they want.
Yeah,
Just call
please,
ahead.
just call ahead. Matter of fact,
And don't
call
forget to bring dinner,
hours
right?
ahead.
And don't forget to bring dinner while you're at it, right?
I
So
mean,
you're
there
not
was a place on the way.
Hey, guys, do you guys know the difference? Because I had to learn from Irene about certain things about the paranormal, and this is a two-part question here. Do you guys
Uh-oh.
know the difference between a visitation and a haunting? And do you guys know the difference between a something that's paranormal and something that's supernatural?
Well, I think the difference between a visitation and a haunting is a visitation is somebody who's coming to visit with a specific person for a specific reason,
Hmm.
whether that's in a dream or a full body or whatever. A haunting is something that is either stuck there or chooses to be there or is just there all the time, whether it's residual or whatever. I think that's more of a haunting, whereas it's not necessarily a quick visit and gone.
Or they want to mess with the living. That
Yeah,
could be a haunting too, right? Yeah.
right.
And what was the
What
And
second
what
part?
about uh,
Like Terry.
paranormal and supernatural? Paranormal and supernatural, are they two of the same or they're different?
I don't
From
know.
every definition that I've seen, they're basically kind of the same thing. But what was the
I
other?
don't know, because I think like paranormal is more like not normal, right? Like different than
Well,
normal.
outside of normal
Supernatural
is outside of natural.
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
better than natural.
Oh, yeah. Was it supernatural? I never thought of it that way.
Sorry, you're right.
But I think it's just it just may be two different words for the same thing. And everybody, there's lots of philosophers out there will tell you that they're different in some way. I don't really think they are. What we were talking about this the other day, about whether it was religious or not religious. I can't remember the other word that they used. There was supernatural, there was paranormal, and then there was yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't think it really matters all that much. It's not something that can be recreated in a lab, so they're going to call it
Paranormal, supernatural,
or
I like the
pseudoscience.
other word. It's
Or
more like
yeah,
me.
or they can call it a pseudoscience because it's
Please
not.
spell that.
It's not. You can't predict it happening, and you can't recreate it in a lab. So that's what they call it.
Or they call you crazy
Interesting, 'cause,
wackadoo
there's a
person.
Or they
team-
call you
got
crazy.
against fruitcake, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
There's a team
where I
in
am.
Louis. There's a team in Louisiana, and all they study is supernatural investigations. They don't do paranormal. Everything that they do is supernatural. Supernatural is something that they have to deal with that's never been alive. It's something supernatural has never had a physical body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I can
guess
see
I've never
that.
heard that definition, but makes sense.
So I think that's something, and I might be want to throw the D word in that. I'm not quite sure because when I had them on the show, I really wasn't too familiar with the supernatural, and I'm still not familiar. The only thing I know about supernatural is the TV show, and they've been around
Well,
for like 40. They've been around for like 40 seasons. You know, so
in
and I
some
think a
That's a
lot of
great show.
people don't know much about the supernatural.
in some instances, like in my case, what I do with all the above, right? Like it's a multiple choice with me. I do deal with the D word. They're low level. They come to mess with people. Um, they're the most stubborn, rotten. I mean, I've been told to blank off so many times. Like, oh, yeah, I can write a book on it, right? But if you're firm, if you're strong, you could take hold of the situation and tell them to get the blank out of my house. Yeah, it works. Um, but uh, as far as paranormal and supernatural, they do intertwine together, right? So you will find some spirits, and you will find the gatekeeper, which Cherry hates like you wouldn't believe. And there are instances where you have to deal with both.
Yeah, that damn gatekeeper is all. No matter where I go, he's always. And I don't know if it's the same one, but always in my way from doing investigation. Hi, William Nighthawk. How you doing today, sir? Appreciate you joining the show,
William,
Laura.
hi William,
All
he's
you
one
guys,
of my friends. We
appreciate you
gotta get you
guys.
on the
Are in the
show,
chat.
William.
I really appreciate you guys. But have you guys ever dealt with gatekeepers?
Not that we're aware of,
Unless it's
These
something we
are the
don't know yet.
people.
right?
Yes. Well, these are the people, the individuals that will not allow certain individuals communicate with you. I've ran across them at cemeteries. I've ran across them at mausoleums. I've ran across them at nursing homes where there's one predominantly individual, and he was
Mhm.
probably like that in life too. He might have been a general or a colonel somewhere where he was in control of a lot of individuals, and he took that back with him in his life. So he's the type of
Remember
guy
that
that
funeral
likes to
home?
control like that.
That funeral home that
Yeah,
we did? Remember, there was a gatekeeper there too. You remember that?
and there's always that one where he's just in control of everything. You can't
He wouldn't
speak
even
unless
allow
you know.
anyone to talk to the spirits because he said, "Oh, he said, I'm here. I'm here. You don't like it? You can
Yeah,
bleep, 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 bleep,
we've
bleep."
ran,
Yeah.
we've ran into situations. I just remember one time we were in a hotel near the Iowa border, and me and we were doing the Estes. Leanne was under, and me and Lene were asking questions, and it felt to me like there could have been 10, 20 spirits in the room at the time, but there was that one guy. There was the
Mhm.
one guy that said, "You will speak if I allow you to. I'm the
Yeah.
boss here."
I guess we never called him a gatekeeper. So
No, it maybe
Yeah.
just a different.
I've
I
never
just
used that
I just
term.
kind of
I've
thought of him
said
as a
it.
bully,
right.
is the way I thought of him.
Yeah.
But he was the guy in charge, and then we
Yeah,
were
pretty
talking.
much. Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah, and then we were talking to another team the last hotel we were at a couple weeks ago, and we were talking to another team, and they asked that question: "Hey, have you ever ran into where there's always that one spirit that says, 'Hey, I'm in charge'?" And I was like, "Oh, absolutely." So maybe that's what we're all talking about. The same thing is that gatekeeper. Yeah,
Yeah.
Just
It's a good
different
word
term.
for it.
that's a
Yeah,
good
it's
word for
like
it. It's
Because
much better than
he
bully. It's better than
he
bully. Yeah.
controls he
it's
controls
like
the spirits. And
Yes, he's in charge.
one time I got rid of the gatekeeper. Man, he was so like you like
kind of
if
remind
I
me of a
repeat the words,
grandmother that
you
controls
would
everything.
make a grandmother cry because you wouldn't like to hear what I came out of that thing's mouth, right?
They're usually pretty nasty. Yeah.
Yep, yep. They're not afraid to
They
use
would
those
definitely.
particular words, right? Yeah,
Yeah, and they're usually pretty vulgar. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, we got another
But I
one.
mean, I don't mind you
Not
being
the paranormal
vulgar.
activity at the same time, day or night.
Yeah, I don't know if those guys are. Because I don't think you can. I mean, to be honest with you, I think some places really need them.
Mm-hmm.
To keep everybody in line, make sure
Mm-hmm.
everybody there's an understanding.
Right.
I mean, with a group of people. But yeah, I think it's a good
Well, but is that
that
gatekeeper also keeping the spirits from, if they want to leave, is he keeping them from leaving?
Yes, that too. That
Right.
too.
yeah,
That
So,
that
too.
too.
That too. That's why one time I kicked out a gatekeeper so I can cross over the other spirits who are in being held by the gatekeeper. And once I did that, man, you should have heard the words coming out of that mouth. It would make your mother cry.
mhm.
But yeah, I mean, geez. Sometimes you have to make that decision on how to fix the situation. Not fix, but well, create a better place for everybody, right? So
Help the
yeah, the
situation.
spirits.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
help the
Right.
spirits move on.
Yeah, dude, gotta go. If you're calm and cool, I don't mind you hanging around, man. We can sit down, we can chill, we can have milk and cookies. I don't have no problem with that. But the
Right.
minute you get rowdy and want to do this and want to do that, no, bro, I got to send you on your way.
Oh,
And if it's
jeez.
someone who was helping people in life and he's just helping them on the other side, helping them speak or helping them learn how to speak, that's fine. But yeah, if you were an asshole in life and you're still an asshole in death, you should probably.
Chances are pretty good yeah. Chances are if you're an asshole in life, you're going to be an asshole in death. Yeah.
Oh, most definitely,
Well,
most
Yeah.
I'm
definitely.
sorry, is this a family friendly show?
No,
well, hey, you know
It wasn't
what?
me this time.
I can't I can't tell you how many times I've been called that. So
Bounces right
I
off
don't
you.
know if I'm really going to be one in my life, in my next life. I mean, do we really get to pick and choose what we are once we go into that light? Do we got to be a butthead all the time? I mean, I don't
Well,
know.
I think that especially if you're not really understanding what's happened and you might realize you're dead, but you're not ready to move on. You're like, I'm going to be who I am. That's all there is to it. I don't know why you would change if you're not willing to move on.
Hey, if I have that type of power and I tell I'm not ready to move on, there's some people here that I'm gonna
I think we
collect a
all,
lot of debts on y'all.
I
Y'all
think,
can
think
I
hang it
think we
up.
all have a list before we move.
all got that list.
It's the same list that we're going to haunt when we actually come back. Yeah.
remember,
And
Terry,
like
I'm
I was
older than you, and I can haunt you.
just because you're older than me, that don't mean you're gonna go before me.
That's a good point.
You sound like that you're taking that as a challenge.
Yeah.
Here we go
See, you
again.
know what? I just she's been a nice person to me. She's really been nice. So I decided not to come haunt her. I'm like, okay.
You know what he said? He says he's gonna sing 100 balls of beer on the wall. I said, oh my god.
That'd be the worst.
Oh,
You want to
and
talk
it's gonna
about
be
torture?
hey,
Jeez.
and it's gonna
Gonna sing 1,000,000 bottles of beer on.
Oh heck no. Oh no.
be in your ear. It's not gonna be a whisper that you hear in a room. It's literally gonna be in your ear.
Then I'll throw that bottle of beer at you.
I'll drink it.
Sorry, I was just reading Laura.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it smelled.
Oh, that is so funny. Y'all want to see that one again? I've never had one like that. Laura, you got me. that was funny. Guys, man, Kenny, no, I don't have anything for you. Yeah, we can talk about that later. Yeah.
Is that Milo?
Yeah. He didn't discover the podcast room.
Hey, I was just gonna add, Terry. I think we've gotten more stuff off of more primitive devices than anything.
Yeah.
You know, we've
What-
got an SLS
really?
camera, which we've gotten some neat stuff on, but it is the divining rods and the pendulums and just a basic audio device, you know, an audio recorder. That's really our go-to stuff, and ourselves. You know,
And
that's
our
really our
bodies.
go-to stuff.
And did you know
I'm
35
about to
millimeter
say-
cameras are coming back? So
Yeah.
they're gonna be bringing up the machines to print the film again. So that'd be really cool to use. I used to do that kind of printing with film, and I have 1,600 speed film.
That's pretty fast.
Man, that picked up a lot of stuff on that one, and it works really good. High speed film, excellent. You leave the lens open, see the light in. Yep, that's another good thing about it.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
Because I
cameras-
was gonna ask you guys. That was the latest paranormal device that you have. What's the latest? What's the most oldest paranormal device that you got? And you gotta be things. You gotta.
I was gonna say Jim
this
because
is a
he's the
fair
oldest on
question.
our team.
I'm
There you go. That's a great question. I'm glad you guys figured that one out. You know, not tell people all the
Prehistoric
time,
dinosaur.
man. Yeah, well, Jim is not exactly a dinosaur, but he's
No,
not quite.
he's still the oldest.
Don't
The oldest stuff. I mean, the stuff that we first used was just that stuff.
Yeah,
The pendulums,
audio recorder.
a simple audio, digital audio recorder.
No, it's not. No, I disagree with you.
Is it
You know
Jim?
what the
Simple audio
oldest
recorder.
thing you've used? What's
Well, it's one of
oldest
the
thing you've ever
original.
used, Jim?
It's one of the original things that we've used, so that we've had.
No, Jim. What is the oldest thing you ever used
Probably
on
your
an
senses.
investigation?
Oh, you mean like books and stuff like that?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, some books from the early 20th century. Children's
That's
books.
Tape
No,
recorders.
no,
Tape
no,
recorders. Tape recorders.
No.
Oh,
I'm going to
stop
put
it.
some no's in there before you guys even ask. No. What is the oldest device you've ever used, Jim?
Me?
Our own bodies.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, right. Yes. Those books were older than I was, though. I'm just saying. But yeah, those were cool, and we got good results from them. So
Yep.
it just goes to show you, period stuff does trigger something in a spirit. It triggers something, whether it's a memory or a whatever it triggers. It helps. It does.
And you can analyze that over
Terry-
and over. And
Terry,
over.
what's the oldest one you ever used?
That's classified information.
I was trying to get you to say how old you were.
No, he used me. That's his tool. Me. I was his
Yeah, right.
tool.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be me.
Hey, Jim, good try. You tried.
And I didn't even get paid for doing that, right?
Just to say, I got a birthday coming up next month,
Happy birthday.
Happy
and
birthday.
I would be 38 years old.
Again.
Liar.
Whoa. Wait. I was never
Me
38
too.
the first time.
Liar.
Well, wait a minute. Are you talking about my reincarnation life? I mean, I was probably 38 a million times.
Right.
So, but anyway, that would be my next question. Do you guys believe in reincarnation?
I do.
Yeah.
I don't know if
think so.
it's reincarnation or multiple lives or however you want to put it,
Or
but I do
multiple
believe you
lives,
believe in
maybe.
more than one
Mhm.
life.
Okay, so this is a question that I have that Irene, did they answer this question the last time I asked him that? I don't think the guest did. Okay, so you guys believe reincarnation, right? So there are as many lives that are being lost as just as many lives being born. Correct? Would you agree with that?
Yep.
Okay. But do you guys believe that the population on this planet is dwindling? We don't have as many people as we did many years ago. Why
I
do you
think the
think that
birth
is?
rates, the birth rates are definitely dwindling because
True.
people
Yeah.
aren't having
So,
kids as many as they used to.
so if there's nobody having kids,
Hmm.
where are all these people that are being reincarnated? Where are they? Where are they going? If there's no soul, if there's no body for these souls to go into.
So
Right.
yeah, so I think I don't know if I think I believe more in the multiple lives than reincarnation. I don't think that I'm gonna die and come back as a giraffe. You know what I mean? I think that
What?
you I think that you go through many different lives to learn many different lessons from each life and different experiences. Um, so on that aspect, I think that once you are complete those lessons, then you go somewhere else and you don't get reborn into Earth, which would help explain the dwindling of birth. There we
Right.
go. Look what I did.
Yeah, I don't think everyone,
Did that
every
make sense?
single spirit comes back. I think some of them actually just move on and move on.
So what happens if you didn't? What happened if you don't achieve your goal in your life and there's nothing? You have to go back to correct whatever situation that need to be corrected. So what happens if there's nobody for these bodies for these guys to go to? What
I
is the
think
alternative for this?
I personally think that if you are meant to be born, there will be a body.
Hmm.
If
Yeah.
you're not meant to be reborn, then you're going to go somewhere else. But I think that if
Yeah.
you are meant to be born, I think the body comes after the spirit and the soul, and not before.
Or
Maybe
do you think,
those wayward spirits are
is it
people who.
possible? And I'm just going to throw, this is going to be a health question. Is it
Uh-oh.
possible? And you guys might not have to answer this. We know that the male body has millions of little mini me's running around.
Right?
Is it
That's one way to
possible?
put it.
Is it possible that these guys already got souls in all the little mini me's that are just running around doing their things inside of me?
But it's not. I think because you need the other part in order for that to actually. So
Yeah.
I don't know
Well,
I don't
at
know that there's
that,
a soul before they connect, and then the soul comes in, and then the body is created.
interesting. That is definitely
Uh,
an Arsenio Hall moment. Hmm.
um, you know,
Okay, now I know you're not 38 because you would not have that reference.
yeah.
Terry. She's not too late.
Nah,
Sorry,
Terry's
dude,
not
you
30
just
yet.
aged
Don't worry
yourself.
about it. I know how old he is. Um,
Hey,
according
he
to
did come
our
back for a
belief,
moment.
Just a
according
minute,
to our
Terry.
belief, we will come back over and over and over again until we get it right. That's because of this, right? Within the Buddhist religion, you will die, you will come back until you get it right. So it all that's within this belief. As far as reincarnating, but also they believe also that if you were nasty in life, you'll come back as an animal, and you'll be eaten like a steer or a steer or a pig. That's also they believe, and also
Okay.
it it's really, yeah, it depends on how you live now, will depend on your next life.
I would like to believe
All
that
right, quick shout
for
out.
sure.
I would like to believe too. I like, hey,
Yeah.
Chew and E podcast. What's up? What's going on in South Texas? How you guys doing down there? I know it's hot because I know it's hot up here. Hey, welcome to the show, man. I really appreciate you guys joining us this evening. We're talking about everything paranormal like we always do. Matter of fact, I reached out to you guys last week for a podcast. So if you guys want to reach back out to me, that'd be great. But hey, guys, that's a mystery within itself. I think so. There are so many different ways we can look at that, and and it's just one of those things where, like you say, man, it's one of those questions. One of definitely one of those Arsenio Hall moments.
Oh, I've got a good question. I've got a
From
good
the early
question.
90s.
Okay, I got a good question. I've got a good question. If anywhere in the world that you would like to investigate, where would you like to investigate?
Ooh,
Scotland,
Scotland, Ireland. Yeah.
overseas,
Europe for
Castles.
sure. Yes, castles.
castles.
I personally,
Castles.
in the United States, we've all three talked about Gettysburg, and then I just think Bran Castle in Romania, Dracula's castle. I think that would
Oh,
be
I'll go with you.
all right. Then let's set the date.
Hey, okay, hey. Before we even get anything overseas, can somebody tell me the most haunted state in the country? What state is
So
that?
far, to us, we found out it's Iowa. That's where we spend a lot of time.
There's a
lot
lot
of
of places
locations
in Iowa.
A lot of time in Iowa.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Iowa.
Why that is, I couldn't tell you.
Anybody in the chat know where the most haunted state in the country is? It's the
North
southern
Carolina. North
state.
Carolina.
No.
I almost think it's got to be one of those East Coast states, one of the colonies.
Georgia,
Chew and he said deep South Texas. Hey, we're the second most haunted state in the country.
Okay, I'm gonna go with
What's the
Alabama.
first?
Alaska.
I'm gonna go Alabama.
You're close.
Georgia.
You're close. Alabama's close. Alaska, you're like 10,000 miles off.
Georgia.
Georgia.
they said that.
Georgia is the most haunted state.
See, and I'm not
Georgia.
even. I have never been there, and I don't live in the United States, and I know.
Savannah, Georgia is known to be the most haunted city and state
Mhm.
in the
New
country.
Orleans, another great town, I'm sure. Charleston, South Carolina, another great town
Mhm.
for the paranormal.
Yeah.
I know my kid went to Savannah, Georgia, and I let him know that was one of the most haunted places in America, and he just kind of looked at me and said, "I don't need to know that, Mom. I'm going to visit my friend." I'm like, yeah, but
Please,
but
Mom, don't tell me about it, right? Yeah.
could you just go ahead and put a recorder out while you sleep?
Mom,
He didn't even,
right?
Yeah, I didn't go for
he
it.
didn't even have to do that. He could just he don't even have to do that. Just go to the playground. Any playground in that city.
Yeah.
It's a mass grave. No matter where you go, something happened. That
Yeah.
was one of the epicenters of the remainings of the Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the Unions, so many people died and just left the bodies right there.
Mhm.
They didn't even give them a grave. They just dug a grave and just
Lots
put
of
them in.
mass graves. Yeah. That's what's so intriguing about the Gettysburg battlefields. Yeah.
Yeah. And some of the houses that were used too, where they carved off the leg, they carved off the arm, and they did a lot of amputations. And yeah, it's really friggin' haunted, right? Yeah.
Yeah. The amount of
Yeah.
suffering going on and the energy that's still there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I got a friend of mine who owned Ghost Town. Ghost Town is a ghost town, literally, in Maynard. This guy would go to abandoned locations and literally rip down the house with all that energy if something happened there and rebuild the house on his property.
Mm.
And
You're bringing a lot
I
of
just
stuff
had
there.
to, yeah, I just had to ask him, dude, we got to come there. We got to go investigate that
Right.
place because, and you know what? It is free. He's open up on Saturdays and Sundays, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. You got the best burgers allegedly in the state there, and you can go there and man, check out the place. It's pretty cool. Shut up. And it's pretty cool how you got it set up. You know, if you guys are ever in Texas, man, you gotta check out Ghost Town. It's pretty cool.
Well, you got to come and visit me too.
I put it on the list.
Our property is really small. We live on a really tiny island. And they don't have vital records. They don't want you to know because, land is very precious. So you'll have a house, you'll have an apartment, you'll have a school like my son's school. Yeah, and you'll see samurai spirits walking through the walls, and these apartments are really expensive, like $1,400 a month, right? And they're brand new. You'll see paranormal activity all over the place.
Yeah, I can imagine the paranormal activity in
You
Japan.
actually need
Mm.
a sensitive to buy a house because you don't know what's on the land. Luckily, I live on a piece of land that was a mandarin orange field, so we're lucky.
Right.
And my son and I, we were both sensitive together, and he said, "Buy this house. Don't buy that house. Don't buy that house. Buy this one." So yeah, it's really difficult. Nobody will tell you. Hell no, the real estate agent, because they're not going to tell you nothing, right? So you're on your own when you want to buy something, right?
You know,
And there's a lot of
that's one
haunted
of the,
houses.
yeah. See, and that's the reason why I think real estate realtors should disclose history of a location. They're not
Yeah.
obligated to. I think,
Right.
in all fairness, that it should be disclosed.
But they
You know what I'm
Some
won't.
saying?
states you
Because
have to.
If you live on a chunk of land, if you live on a small island, they ain't going to tell you if it's haunted or not, because they'll shred the stupid
well,
dumb
no,
evidence.
of course, they're not going to tell you if you got $10 million. They're going to tell you what you want to know. Yeah, and it's a
Yeah,
great place. You know?
and there's nobody's going to tell you anything except the old people who live in the area. They're
Right.
the only ones that's going to tell you anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
It
about
probably
urban legends, no one's going to tell you.
It's one of the things that you
Right.
should almost do when you go buy a house, though. You should talk to the neighbors and stuff and hey,
Yeah,
well, what's going on?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But even then,
if
you see, in
anything
my
going
country,
on.
you don't talk. They don't tell you. They're not going to talk to you about anything. You got to find it on your own because nobody likes to talk about paranormal in this country. Even though this country is the most haunted country in the yeah, but they don't want to talk
Probably
about
is.
Right.
paranormal.
Yeah.
And I live right in the
Question,
middle of
guys.
Tokyo, so Tokyo's the really most haunted, really creepy haunted. I just have to go outside and I can say, there's a spirit there. Yeah. I mean, that's why I don't go outside, right? But actually, it's so darn haunted from the train station to the roads to the streets to the highway to everything. And no one's gonna tell you shit, right? You have to figure it out
Yeah.
on your own.
And Chu and you just asked the question, and I'm going to go a little bit farther than that. I'm going to put it back up so you guys can see it.
Oh, residual or intelligent. Yeah.
I think some are, I think there's both. I think some
Yeah.
are residual, but I also think there are some very intelligent ones that
Yeah.
we've spoken to.
Mhm.
If you're getting direct responses to questions that you're asking that aren't yes or no,
Or period related.
yeah. I mean, if you're,
Yeah.
it all depends on the questions you ask, I guess, and the responses you're getting. There is such a thing as residual hauntings, I think. that happen every single day. This is just when it happens, or it happens at a particular day or particular time. But if you're asking questions and you're getting responses that are related to what you're asking, that's definitely an intelligence on the other side.
Jim, can I ask you
Yeah.
a question?
Yeah.
And you believe in residual energy, right? Residual haunting.
Yeah.
My
But
big
sometimes,
debate with this is,
yep, go ahead.
my big stink about this is a residual haunting reminds me of a 2-year-old kid. You know why? Because they ask the same question over and over and over and over again. But
Right.
the thing, but nobody takes the time out because they so caught up in the moment to actually hear what and understand what these guys are trying to tell them. And I think a residual haunting will continue until they are understand what they're trying to tell you. Because the kid is going to do something over and over and over again until what? You get their attention or they get
Yeah.
their attention. So a residual haunting pretty much the same way.
Yeah. And is a residual haunting just a spirit who didn't want to interact with you because they didn't want to interact with you? Are too many people calling that residual? Well, I may have got something, but it didn't really interact with me in a way or something. I just kind of felt or heard something. Is that what people are calling residual?
Or is it residual because they're trying to get your attention, and the only way to get your attention is to do things over and over and over again.
Yep.
Until what? Until they get your attention.
Right, and then they can have an intelligent interaction with you.
Yeah. Like a
And
gunshot
I think that is
going off.
basically what residual is.
Like a gunshot going off maybe at 3 o'clock in the morning, or scream that goes off at the same time, or crying could go off at a certain time of day when they were murdered, when you heard something being killed, you could hear a scream at a certain time when that happened. The happening did occur, so that could be also residual too, you know.
But
It's like
if
an
it's
imprint on the
residual,
face.
I mean, it's crazy. I didn't mean to cut you off. It's crazy because people are hearing this, but they're not responding to this. Oh, the first thing they're gonna say is, "Oh, did y'all hear that?" But why? Why? They need to ask specific questions, and you will get very specific answers. But
Right.
they are so caught up in the moment that they're hearing this and not understanding. Hell, next thing you know, they're off in the lobby. Oh man, did y'all hear that? Yeah, but nobody's asking the question.
There's no
What can I
follow up.
do for you?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
nothing. So it's just going to continue over it. A residual haunting is just like a kid. You're never going to figure it out. A kid is, you have to, basically, when a kid gets on your nerve and he does it over and over again, eventually it's going to do what? You're going to answer it. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's a good analogy, Terry.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go that route, or we can continue believing that residual energy is just something that caught up in the moment and it just goes over and over and over again, but cause and effect. That's how I look at it. Cause and effect.
I think we call them residual when we try and ask the questions. They have our attention. We try and ask questions, and we're not getting any more responses, but the same thing keeps happening. I think that's when it's more of a residual thing, in my opinion. But what you're saying is absolutely true. I think a lot of people don't bother with the follow-up questions.
Or they're asking the wrong questions.
Or they're asking the wrong questions. Yeah.
Or they're not asking the questions that is being related to them. That's why they're being ignored.
Mhm.
Right.
And I always say, spirits are under no obligation to interact with anybody if they don't want to.
Right.
Yeah.
They have free will just like we do.
Yep. And if you go in there with a whole bunch of drama attached to your body in your head, you're not going to get anything anyways.
Nope.
And if
Okay.
you go, especially another one is a good one. If you're in pain, if you have a stomach issue, if you have a body issue, they're going to come in and they're going to do this to it, right? So it's going to be more painful. So yeah,
And
you really
the
check your
question
body.
that you, yeah, the question that Chew and you podcast, you guys just saw that. Uh, if you guys don't mind, I like to go first. I was in a cemetery, and I think Irene have seen this picture. And the
Hmm.
craziest thing is, I was able to notice that there was an individual there that had my same last name.
Hmm.
So I walked up. I don't know why I walked up to his grave. I just walked up to his grave, not knowing it was even there. And
Hmm.
I'm like, oh my God, dude, this dude has my same last name. I took that picture and I sent it to Irene. And I said, Irene, let's see if we can communicate with this guy to see what he's about. Okay. And I'm walking east. And I just happened to, something told me to take a picture of a tree. Took
Yeah.
a picture of a tree. And I saw it. But then again, it's one of those pictures that's really small and you really didn't believe on what you was actually seeing. So I connected my camera up and enlarged that picture on like a 65-inch screen TV. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. I looked and I was so excited. I called my wife and I'm like, hey, do you see what I see? And yeah, it was a figure, a dark figure looking behind a tree at me as I was looking at him, but I didn't see him because I was taking the picture. That was one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. And
Hmm.
you can actually see his leg, you can see the foot, you can see the head looking like this behind the tree. You actually see everything.
Hmm.
And I just like, whoa. And I knew it was a black man because we were in an all black cemetery.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, dude. Not knowing, could that been the person that I was trying to reach out to at that particular grave that I was just at?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, whoa, that is crazy. I still got that picture and I still show that picture to this day.
Did we
And I'm
try to
like, man,
communicate with that too? Did we try to
we
communicate with that
tried,
too?
but he was into his own little universe.
Yeah. It
He
just
was
depends.
into his. He didn't want to communicate. He was looking, whatever was saw. He was looking at us, but as far as communicating, nah, he was chilling behind that
Yeah.
tree, looking
Yeah.
at me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a wrap, man. I better hold on to that, y'all. I might have to put some lyrics onto that.
Oh, but Bella came to you. Remember, Bella came to you.
Yeah, and that's another one. I don't understand how somebody in a cemetery that I didn't have any relatives there, except for my sister. But Bella's been passed way before my sister was probably even born.
Yeah.
And she attached herself to me, and we're like, who are you? And she was like, my name, I don't know my name. And I'm like, okay. And I asked Irene, shall we give her a name? And that old Southern name came up. Dude, you don't hear Bella in the North. That is clearly a
Nope.
Southern name. I don't. If you know anybody named Bella in the North, you email me and let me know.
Yeah.
But clearly
I worked customer service for
clearly
15
that
years.
is
I don't think I came across a Bella.
that's
But yeah.
clearly a Southern name.
But yeah.
And
Bella finally crossed over, and that was
she will
interesting.
always And from what I was told, Irene told me she will call me, always call me, what is it, Uncle Terry?
Uncle Terry, yeah.
Um,
But I found that she died a long time ago, right? And a long time ago, they used to bury the young ones with the parent. So when she died with her parent, and she was put in the ground with the same casket. So, yeah, it was interesting. It was really interesting.
but so, it was so crazy. The cemetery that we were in had a few maybe black people in there, but
Hmm.
most of it was Hispanic cemetery.
Yeah.
We got told to get the hell out. Get here while you're here. Get out.
What are you doing here? Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, outdoor mausoleum. It had everything that you needed for to investigate.
Hmm.
But that case still got me. I'm like, I've never known anybody to be here that I am related to besides my sister, and she was just put here made less than 10 years ago. So
Hmm.
where did you come from, little girl? And I can't wait but think, like, man, I wonder what she looks like. I would love to see her. Little girl, 3 years old, did allegedly 3 years old. Irene
Yeah.
said she was probably how old? Maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And why would she attach herself to me?
Because she
Of
knew
all people.
you. She knew
She
you. She knew that you were a relative of hers, a distant relative.
wanna lie. Hey, that's another Arsenio Hall moment. I don't know, man. It's a life. But
I
all
think
right, what's it's
your sister told me that she was a relative of yours too. You know that,
probably. All
and
right,
I
guys.
told
What is the most unexplainable evidence you guys captured that gave you chills? Besides the EVP, gent.
No, I get that.
Um,
Yeah.
I think, yeah, we did capture, we were in a hotel room. We do a lot of hotels apparently. We were in a hotel room and I was in Estes. It was that same time frame. And Jim actually heard a
Don't
cat
tell
with his
about
own
that.
ears. And then he asked Lene, he said, "Did you hear a cat?" And she's like, "I didn't hear a cat." And he's like, "I thought I heard a cat." And then I said, "It's mine. I can't hear what they're saying. I'm just saying what I hear in my mind." I said, "It's mine." And then she said, "Is the hotel yours or the cat yours?" I was like, "Both." But just the fact that he heard it with his ear, she didn't hear it. She was closer to where it came from, but it picked up on our microphones and I acknowledged it without even knowing what was going on. I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think the three of us have ever really captured anything super scary. We've had more interactions with spirits, but none of it's been all that scary.
Oh, shoot, that was
Maybe
gonna be
a
one
little
of my.
maybe a little uncomfortable, but not exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a good one. What place have you been to that you'll never go back ever again?
That is a good
I
one.
don't think we've been to any place we won't go back because we
I
probably
don't think
won't go
there's
to
any.
those in the
Yeah,
first place.
Yeah.
there's nothing really off the table. Nothing really off the table that we've been to. I think we'd go back to most of those places.
Yeah.
And we have never been to a lot of the teams, the pay to play locations. They like to go to sanatoriums, prisons. We've been to a jail, but we've never really visited any of those places, the sanatoriums and the prisons.
There's a lot of mentally ill
Yeah.
death, things like that. I
Well,
just
I
think
tell
that's
you
really
what,
negative.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
you gotta be
if
careful.
you did win, you wouldn't have been able to afford those nice glasses you have on your face right now.
Yeah.
That's
Those
the other
places are
thing.
expensive.
They're
That's
very
We would need to
very
bring
true.
about 10 more people to be able to
You
afford
know,
Yes, and
them.
there's only three of us, so
what do you think
Yeah.
about those places that charge a lot of money?
They're running a business.
They're businesses. They gotta
Yeah.
make money.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
That's kinda
unfortunate
what-
that they have to charge so much, but I
Yeah,
mean,
Yeah.
insurance, I
agree.
get it,
You
but
know, I mean,
But here's the question: is how much is too much?
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, if you have a location like the asylums are huge. I mean, you
Yeah.
can fit 25 people in there and never hear another person. So in a way, I kind of understand that, but at the same time, yeah, I mean, we all wish that they wouldn't charge anything and just let us come. But,
Yeah.
but,
I mean, you know, I understand that they have to keep the water running, they have to keep the electric going, they have to keep it clean. I understand that maintenance of the place. I understand that, but I mean, just charge over and above so that they can create a lot of money.
well, there's
Is
a good chance
beyond.
they have to pay for the mortgage too.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
Right.
True.
I'm sure these places are
The
not
tax,
cheap.
the taxes
To
on the building.
purchase.
Yeah,
So,
I understand that, but you know,
But some of these places are just property that the state didn't want, so they bought real cheap.
yeah,
right.
They bought real cheap, and they're probably getting a tax break for the simple fact they did buy it, and the state didn't have to do anything with it. But dude, I mean, some of these
some are a
places
little
are just
overboard.
outrageous. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with
I,
that.
I can't see it. I can't see it. I mean, we've been invited to a lot of haunted locations, which people have to understand. We're coming from Central Texas. It's 500 miles either way.
yeah,
Mhm.
Anywhere.
And it's going
Yeah.
and what's so crazy about it, but the time we get from Central Texas to Dallas, and from Dallas to Denton, if we was to leave from the tip of Texas and to
hmm
get to you guys, we'll spend more hours in Texas than we're actually driving to you guys.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
toll booth,
we have to,
the gasoline, the we have to eat when you go there.
Food
Yeah.
and
It
lodging.
it
Mhm.
becomes costly, right? Yeah, I agree with
Does.
you.
And
And
if you have to get a hotel room or something like that along
it's
the
not
way,
cheap. It's not
nope.
cheap,
I'm just,
you know.
I was planning on staying with Jim.
They have
Yeah,
the room.
we understand.
I was just gonna say you did.
It's an expensive hobby. It
It
is.
is.
If
Yeah, yeah,
for especially for a three team, three. Yeah, we have three members, and we'd love to go to some of these places, but it is the travel. It's the expense. We have jobs. We got to take vacation time and stuff.
yeah,
And
yeah. Like I'm by
Hey,
myself when
yeah.
I'm doing something, and it is expensive even just for one person. And I don't have anybody else that comes, except I have Terry. You know, I gotta yank him to come here. And but another question I have is, do you think the veil is getting thinner between the paranormal world and the spirit world and the living?
I think more people are becoming aware of it and more accepting to it.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree. And I think that's what's making it thinner.
Yeah,
That's
I also
what's
think
making it more.
after COVID, I think a lot of people had to spend more time in their homes because they were told not to go out. But I think people are realizing what's going on instead of they used to go out early in the morning, come home late at night, and then go to bed, right? So I think the veil is getting really thin. I think, um, I think it's gonna get worse. Um, I think there's gonna be more interactions with the spirit world, with I'm gonna call it regular people, okay?
Normies.
normies,
normies.
yes.
Yeah,
Normies.
normies, right? Yeah, and I think it's gonna get a little bit more crazier. Um, and I think that there's gonna be more calling of more people to help people, right? So you're gonna find a heck of a lot more. I think it's
Mhm.
crazy enough as it is, but it's getting crazier as it is because I haven't had a break since, like 2 years ago. Yeah. So I've been, it's exhausting.
You can't, if you don't take care of yourself, you can't help others though.
Yeah,
Self
but
care is important. Self
I
care is
can't say, well,
important.
call me up tomorrow, right? No,
Go get a massage.
Can we take you on vacation? See,
No. Hey,
there's your 100 bottles of beer on the wall.
you are not. Hey, you're not doing anything. You can't go anywhere until you do right by your husband.
Just because he does the dishes and does the laundry for me, I don't
Well,
care.
there's your answer.
I don't think we know the whole story on this one.
There's got to be more to that.
Oh, he works.
Not only do he works, he does the dishes, wash the clothes, take care of the cats. The man is working on his days off. He's still working 4 jobs. He has no time to relax.
But you see, women of the house in Japan are the boss.
Oh, I can't really argue with that.
I guess I hadn't heard that.
Jim, hey, Jim, you better not say nothing.
They are there to
Here's what I
celebrate.
agree.
I agree with all of that, is what he says. I agree
He's
with
a
all of
smart
that. Okay, all right.
Jim hangs out with women all
Yeah.
the time. He knows exactly what to say.
Yeah,
Or else he's going to be in
Right.
big trouble.
yeah.
Right, Jim, anytime you want to get a burr and say what's on your mind, there's always room. You can move down to Texas.
I know where to find you, Terry.
Her better half. You better be careful for her better half.
Oh no,
He's
somebody's
the
gonna be in
boss.
trouble after the podcast. Guys,
Oh,
a couple
Terry.
more questions.
You're going to get him into trouble. Now stop that.
I didn't say
It's
nothing.
Yes, you did.
Couple more questions. I'm gonna get you guys out of here, man. I've really enjoyed the show.
That's fun.
Us too, yep.
I was gonna say, man. God damn it. Oh, okay. This is the one. We're gonna turn to the religious aspect of the paranormal community.
Shoot.
Yeah, we all know that if you guys are history buffs, I'm a big one. We all know that the Catholic Church set this whole thing off for us as paranormal investigators. In the 16 and 15, maybe the 1400s, anytime that the Catholic Church would hear something, they would send who out to investigate it. They would send people like me and you. At the time, they wouldn't be called paranormal investigators. They would be called something else. So the question that I have is, why do you think that the church has backed off for certain investigating or sending people out to investigate certain things of the paranormal compared to what they used to do in the 15, 14, and 1600s?
I think it's a sign of the times. I think they probably take the temperature of the people and the people's thoughts as a whole, like the population, because for a long time it wasn't the thing to believe in the paranormal, believe in that kind of thing. And maybe some paranormal investigators would be not religious. So that's not bringing the church any kind of attention or money or, anything like that. So maybe they're just evolving like the rest of the population. And maybe they'll get back into it more now because more of the population is more into the paranormal beliefs.
I personally think it's all fear based. They just wanted to make sure that you were crazy. You wasn't evil. You were crazy, and we're going to tell you that you're crazy instead of
Yeah.
helping you figure out what's going on. But I have my
You
own
know,
personal opinion about religion, so I'm sorry. I should have prefaced that.
yeah, I'm Catholic too, okay? I was raised as being Catholic, but I had so much flack because here they're more Jesuit priests. They're off a different, they branched off in their own ways. But I was told many times, you can't be doing what you're doing. You can't talk to the dead people. You can't do this. You can't do that. Blah 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 blah. And I said, okay, bye bye. I went like that, and I said, okay, I'm gonna stick to Buddha instead. At least I won't be criticized of what I'm doing, right? It's really hard when somebody tells you not to do it because it's against what God says, and it's sacrilegious of what I'm doing. So I feel like, why? Because I'm helping the dead people. I'm helping the people who need help. I'm helping the living who need help. And I it's like they're pushing and pulling at the same time. So
Well, and I
you don't
think
know.
too that a lot of times in religion, I know that I've talked to a couple of people who do not approve of what I'm doing or what we
Yeah,
do in our spare time, because they're convinced that if you're talking to somebody who's dead, you're talking to a demon, and that
right,
demon is going
exactly,
to get
right?
you.
Yeah,
So that's what
exactly.
that's what they've grown up believing. When
Yeah.
I say I'm going on a paranormal investigation, they stop talking to me and they're like, "You need to stay away from me. I'm gonna get something from you when you come back."
Yeah, they act like
It's
you got
fear.
cooties or something, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I have the
You
paranormal cooties.
that's right.
exactly.
You
Dang.
know what? They're the only cooties I want.
Yeah. But I also find that young people here don't want to talk about this because it's scary. So
Right.
they have, if a dead person's here, they said, okay, I'm gonna walk across. Okay, you can walk out. I'll walk this way. Okay,
Mhm.
so they never interact with each other, and they're it's more like they're afraid of it coming and talking to you, right? So, and here I am going, blah 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 blah. And my husband said, "What the heck are you doing?" "Oh, be quiet. I'm busy." Like, I'm on a bus with 50 people. Like, and then my husband said, "Hey, what you doing?" I said, "Shush." I said, "I'm busy." Okay, and and it's just, yeah,
She
like,
is so
come
mean to
on,
this guy.
give me a break,
Just send it
okay?
back to the kitchen to get those dishes done.
Yeah. Well, we got a dishwasher, so yeah, roll the dishwasher, okay? But geez, like, I mean, I have to be quiet, and I can't tell anybody what I do here. Not in
Well, you be
not in
quiet
my
and
conference.
allow him to talk.
Yeah.
Maybe he might tell you something important.
Terry, when you come, I'm gonna make you. I'm gonna make you my bait, and you're gonna go in there first. Right?
You know what? When, here's the thing. I'm gonna keep him away from you. All right, guys. Hey, one more question, and we're gonna get you guys out of here.
Yeah.
See, she made me lose my question, man. I'm just, I don't know.
As we get older, we got to write things down.
That's one for me, 0 for you.
That's what Arsenio Hall would have done.
Yeah, hey,
Don't you just
I'm
love
only
this
38.
podcast?
Hey, I'm finna be 30. I'm only 38 years old. I'll be 39 in a month.
Congratulations.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, and happy
Uh,
birthday.
But guys, it's when we talk about the paranormal, sometimes I can't help but think about all the past paranormal investigators that came before me. Whether I know them or not, but I know there is many that was
Mhm.
before me. And sometimes I can't think but wonder how things will be in the future. The
Mhm.
way things are now, the way social media has sometimes not educated our young ones, but kind of, you know, lead them down the wrong path where
Indoctrinated
they
them.
need. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you guys, how do you guys think? What do you guys think about the paranormal investigators of the future compared to the ones of the past? And are the ones in the future, are they going down the right path to be legitimate paranormal investigator, or what we really should be called, not paranormal investigators, not ghost hunters, but parapsychologists? Because I think that's what we really are, because we are uh, we are a big bubble of everything at once. So I'll consider ourselves a parapsychologist. So what do you guys think about the the
I
paranormal investigators?
I watch a lot of younger teams on YouTube just because honestly I have it on while I'm at work in the background. And I like watching the younger teams do their thing. And some of them are I think, oh my goodness, I never would have thought of doing that. And some of them I think that was a heater turning on. That was not you opened one door, the other door closed. I mean, I can see, that they're not really doing their due diligence to make sure it is actually paranormal. And I'm hoping that, by the time they actually get out there, they just have a scanner. They can just go, oh, there's a ghost. But,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
would be nice. But
I
honestly, I
think
just
so
hope that
many.
the people who are getting into it now are seeking out people who have been doing it for years and getting some sort of guidance before they just jump in.
I have a
I
good
think it's
question.
a.
Do you think that there are places that are, if you don't know what the heck you're doing, it could be dangerous. And some
Absolutely.
young people are going in places they should have no business going into
They're
and
doing it
messing
for
around
clicks.
and getting into trouble.
Oh,
They're doing it for
absolutely.
clicks and views and likes, and it's for the wrong reason. So
Hmm.
they jump in. They don't know what they're doing, and they jump in because they think they're going to get famous, and
And
then
instead they get an attachment.
something bad
Yeah,
happens. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah,
they all get
I
into it for
totally
the
agree.
right reason. But
What are you
it's.
doing down there?
I hope it's for the right reasons. I hope in the future people continue to do it um, to help. I hope they continue to do it to help, and I hope they don't do it just because they want to be famous on YouTube and so everybody knows their name and they want their own TV show.
Right.
Especially
Unfortunately, I don't see
when they
that.
break into places
Yeah,
and
that's
they call themselves urban explorers. Like,
right.
Yeah.
That is
Right.
the wrong reason.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just disrespectful.
Yes,
In my
and yeah.
and
Always
they're
have
getting into
permission.
trouble. They're getting into trouble. They're getting hit by things. They're getting whatever being thrown at them because spirits don't want them there. It's
right.
just like, yeah, duh,
I
right?
mean, is it more disrespectful than you being called a ghost hunter, and that's not what we do?
I think that's less disrespectful and more negligence. Like I think people just don't. I don't think they understand the connotation that has. Because they just
Right.
think, well, that's what you're doing. You're hunting ghosts. Well, we're not hunting ghosts. We're
No,
investigating.
We're not trying to capture them and
We're not
bring them
trying to
home and put
catch
them on our
anything.
wall. You
no.
know?
We don't have our own proton packs. I mean, I have a proton
Although,
pack,
not yet.
but it's not for ghost hunting.
Right?
I got my
But
proton pack.
Another 30 years, you might have a proton pack. I don't know, man.
Start saving now,
I
right?
mean,
And hell, you won't even
for
be
what
70 by then.
well, for what Ghost Stop is charging for equipment these days, you might as well save up for a proton pack, because
Right?
Right.
Ghost Stop is
Yeah.
unbelievable, dude. And I'm sitting there and I'm just going through their website, and I'm like, oh my God, that's a car note. Oh my God, that's insurance. Oh my God, that's a light bill, water bill. Who in the hell in that kind of
It
money?
is, it is not a cheap hobby, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, like uh loan for 30 years, yeah. Just by one thing, right? Yeah.
I mean, if it gets me a proton pack.
Yeah, and I'm not. Here's the thing, guys. I am not calling people out, but today's society,
Hmm.
they're just lazy.
Yeah.
They're
Yes.
lazy. Everything's on the every. They instead of going out and looking for these things, they'll go straight to eBay, Amazon, Go
Yeah.
Stop, and pay Lord knows whatever price, and when you can just go right up the street and get the same, probably the same damn thing at a store
Yeah.
and sort of retrofit it to your needs, and it's saving you $400.
Right.
But no, people's like, well, I'm just gonna buy it off of eBay. I got $400 to spend.
They charge $12 for
And
a cat ball when you could get it for 50 cents.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And I don't want people to think that becoming a paranormal investigator means that you go out and spend thousands of dollars on equipment before you work on your own intuitiveness. That's
right.
Yeah.
ultimately
Yeah.
what is going to make you a better investigator, not the latest equipment.
Right.
And keep you safe
Exactly.
too. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
keep you
Yeah.
safe too. Like keep yourself safe. Protect yourself
Well,
before you go in some place that you don't know. And
Hmm.
you know, man, have the utmost respect because that was their house. So you're
Hmm.
going into their place, their environment, where they used to live or where they used to reside, or if it's a building where they used to work, and that's their house. Well, I'll call it their house, okay, quote unquote. But their building is their house too, okay. So you know, it's like if I'm gonna go into your house and say, "Hey, I'm gonna do this, and that in your house," like you'll tell me to go blank off, right? Yeah,
Yes.
Hmm.
exactly. So there you go.
Exactly.
And
We could not agree more.
yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of 60-40 on this whole future thing. I'm leaning towards the 40 that I don't think they're going to be successful as much as this generation is, but I'm
Right.
hopeful that they will be. You know what I'm saying? Even though I think the road would be a lot it's going to be a lot easier for them.
hmm hmm
You
Yeah.
know, I think the technology will be there 20, 30 years from now to them to do unbelievable and amazing things,
Right.
hmm
you know. But I just don't think some of them just don't have the willpower, don't have the attitude, and don't have that grit
It's the
to
discipline. Yeah,
push
they don't have the
yeah,
discipline. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I'd
They
like
don't
to
That's
have
think
why.
that
that
grit.
Yeah, yeah.
the
That's what.
veterans of the paranormal people will, continue to bring younger people in and show them the right way, so that when their friends want to
Yeah,
get into it, they have an idea of how to do it correctly, with and protecting
exactly,
themselves
exactly.
and their
I
others.
have two people under my wings that I'm teaching, and
Mhm.
it's
But the
it's it's
question is, okay, go ahead, Irene.
it's it's not as far as teaching is like bringing him into the situation. Okay, you got this in front of you. What do you do? How do you how do you how do you take hold of this situation? And if I get an answer like, okay, I'll do this. Okay, do that. Take a hold of it. It's yours. And the only way you're gonna learn is by experiencing it and how to not solve, but how to take a hold of that situation and what to do in front of the spirit or in front of this dark entity. How would you do this? Okay. And then I that's how I train the the young people that I have under my wing, and they learn really quickly. So I think it's more like if the person has abilities, okay, how do you use your ability? How do you feel? What do you think it is? Now tell me, what would you do? And okay, do it. it's your investigation. You take hold of it, and you got all the power in your arm. You got all the power in your hands, and you take care of it. And they learn that particular way instead of just going in and teaching. No, 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 you can't do this. You can't do that. No, no, no. But you have to really show them what they would feel best in here and what to do.
Right.
And
Give,
and
give
it
them
works.
confidence.
It works. It works. It works. And the more you do that, I think the more they'll learn, and the more they'll have more confidence in what they're doing and not be scared.
Mhm.
I don't have quite the bleak outlook that Terry has. I think there is a bright future for paranormal enthusiasts because the kids do catch on really quick, like you were saying,
Mhm.
Irene. They do catch on quick. It's just, but they have to have that mentor. They have to have
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
person that's been doing it. And
Yeah.
I always say there is no right way of doing it. Everybody has their
Yeah.
own techniques. Everybody
Mhm.
has their own way about going about
Their own
things.
quirks and
Yeah,
their own
and we're the
style,
same
right?
way. We have things that work for us. They may not work for you.
Yeah.
Right.
But
We
I think
also
there is
have
a wrong
other
way,
leaders.
though.
We always have other
No, but
investigators
it
that
may work for
we'll
them.
investigate with and we'll learn more from because
we have people
yeah.
such as yourself we can bounce stuff off of and say,
Mhm.
hey, we've tried this. What do you think? And and that's great. It is, again, it's about the people and about knowing everybody's limitations, what everybody's willing to do. But this has always been about the people, whether they're alive or past.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what,
Yeah.
Jim?
I agree. I agree.
Jim, whenever you get in trouble, because I thought you were on my side, you get in trouble, you just run.
It's not that I'm not on
You
your
get in
side, Jerry. I
trouble,
just have more hope for the
when you
future.
get in when you get in trouble, you just run to the bathroom and just shut the door because I'm not helping.
No, no. When Jim gets in
Hey,
trouble,
you know what?
I'll help him
See,
with his situation, and I won't charge
the only
one
thing,
penny
see,
for it. Okay?
the only thing, the only thing that is totally against everything that you guys just mentioned is we cannot fight social media. Social media, I've tried it,
It
and
is a
social
problem.
media is
Yep.
something that we cannot fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I would
that's
agree with
where
that.
I
Jerry, I
put
agree
in,
with you.
and that's where, no, you don't.
Yes, I do. Yes, I actually do.
That's where I put in that 40% because 40. I mean, I couldn't jump down to 30% because there are so many different types. And trust me, I know because guys, we're on 8 major social media networks right now. Each one of these people, I've seen each one of these guys, young people, doing their investigations, and somebody always seems to do something crazy, and it always seems to screw it up.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
why? And you know why? Because somebody on social media posted it, and now these guys are doing it, and now it's just gonna go on and on and on and on.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Now it's a Tide
Yeah.
Pod eating challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then they
and
call on
now,
us to fix it, right? And then
Yeah.
you gotta
right?
fix what they made a mistake, and you gotta fix their mistake, and it takes double the amount of time to fix it. They go,
And
oh
you know
god.
what? I'm not against all, because there
No.
are some out there who are
Mhm.
actually able to do things correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But long as social media is in the picture, that's a
It's
hard
Mhm.
fight.
it's an uphill
That's
battle
like
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like Mike Tyson fighting uh, Floyd Mayweather. You got a
Right.
heavyweight and a lightweight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a tough road. Well, guys, one last comment here. If I get you guys out of here.
You read out loud. Sorry.
Oh, well, okay. I've been on an investigation with Jerry with Reverend Watch. I know him personally, and I have not really that scared or terrified in encountering a spirit. I think I'm more terrified in encountering a real human being where
Yes.
they're investigating a abandoned site.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
I am a very, you know what? And I think every paranormal investigator
Hmm.
have said that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, in my natural day-to-day life, I like dead people more than I like most live ones. So
Yeah,
there's
I
that.
like the dead people better. At least they listen.
Straight up.
At least they listen. Dead people have more rules than the living. Living will go and swat you on the butt behind, rather than the dead
Well,
person.
the dead do that to me, though. So
Well,
I don't
I
have
mean,
problems with the dead.
hey,
it's fine.
you should, Jim, you should ask yourself a question if the dead is slapping your old lady on the butt.
They're just trying to make him jealous.
Yeah,
It's
that's
all
what it
right.
is.
Yeah, right?
I'll let him get away with it this time.
Oh my God! All right,
Make sure
guys.
he's a
Tell
hunk.
them, hey,
Make sure that spirit is a hunk. Like, ooh.
Patrick
Make
Swayze,
it
anytime.
trouble.
That's who it is. Yeah, it's that ghost. Yeah.
Yeah.
wait, wait a minute. Who said Patrick Swayze?
He's before your time.
Dude, hey, put your pinky back up. Go like this again. He's probably weighed. Hey, your pinky weighed more than he did. That guy
That's
was a
right.
small guy.
But he was pretty.
Now you calling him pretty?
I saw Roadhouse. He went
Roadhouse.
like Roadhouse.
But you do know.
Ghost House.
But you do know that was makeup, right?
Oh, did they paint the abs on? Because
Ooh la la.
I mean, hell, I got abs. You want to? Look, I got abs. Big guy.
they're in there.
Somewhere. Hey,
Yeah, you're
Pastor
just a
Bentley,
bald
Pastor
guy that we
Bentley,
know.
I mean, I got abs. I mean, hey, Pastor Big Belly, I got something somewhere in there, I think. I'm not quite sure.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Oh
All right,
dear.
guys. Hey, please tell the world how to get a hold of you guys.
Jim. Oh, okay. Well, we have Facebook, King Sisters Paranormal on Facebook. We have TikTok. We have YouTube. What else do we have, Jim? Do we have X?
Yeah, YouTube. Do we have an? Yeah, we got an Instagram. I don't check that one. I don't know. I'm on Facebook all the time. That's the only thing I'm really checking.
So mostly Facebook.
That's how to
We-
get a
we
hold of
do
us.
have
Yeah,
YouTube
for the
channel
most
as
part.
well,
Yeah. And our email is kingsistersparanormal@gmail.
That's it.
Well, it should
That's
say
it.
King Sisters. It should say King Sisters and Brothers, but they kind of left you out.
I'm the third king sister. I've been told.
Honorary. He's honorary.
He's an honorary
Okay,
sister.
hey,
I'm just here for my looks.
hey, I totally understand.
Yeah, I know you do.
I understand.
Okay, majority rules.
What? Majority rules. What are you talking about?
Females.
You are a little outnumbered tonight.
We are a little outnumbered, yes.
No, you're not. There's more males on this. There's more males than you know.
No, there's 3 against 2.
I got
Okay.
at least. I don't know how many you got, Jim. I got at least 30 million males in me. So I don't know how many. You got.
He better not. We're over that stage in life.
Hey,
If I was young as you, Terry, I might.
That's right.
I mean, just because he over with, that don't mean he don't have his little homies running around inside of
My little homies.
I don't remember that.
Yes.
Jim, did you bring the homies?
Yes. Bring them wherever I go.
And he told me.
Yes. That's
That'd
when
be
you meet
better
me,
so-
that's how you
so they
should
can make-
greet me is, look, it's Jim and his homie.
Wash dishes, do our laundry, vacuum the floor, and we'll be perfect.
Look, guys,
Oh.
hey, I appreciate you guys coming on the show, man. I really, really enjoyed this. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we had a great time.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
for
inviting
having
us.
See, isn't it fun?
Yes.
It is.
It's fun.
Very
really,
fun.
That's it.
hey, and you guys have not had a podcast in 3 years?
It's been at least 3.
Yeah, we've
It's-
only done one other one.
Yeah.
What the hell, man?
See what everybody's missing?
See?
We gotta get you guys. Hey,
See, it's
we
fun.
gotta get you guys out there, man. See and get you guys on more shows. I mean, this is something that you guys like to do or don't like to do.
It's fun.
We enjoyed our time with you, Terry. Let's say that.
We don't have a
You
ton.
can jam
It's a once in a
Okay.
while thing. And Irene.
Yes, of course you do, Irene. Of course.
Jim, you just trying to get back in my good graces, and it's not gonna work.
Did it work?
No.
Don't worry. Yeah, you're
All right,
okay
guys.
with me.
Hey, appreciate everybody in the chat tonight, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
If you guys are ever in the Minnesota area, please look these guys up, man. Tell them you're coming, and hopefully they can hook you up with a great investigation. But I would recommend only during the summertime, not during the wintertime.
Summer's the best.
Summertime
Yeah.
is that. You know what? I wouldn't even recommend spring because it's still minus 30 up there. So,
Yeah,
it's
it's not good this spring.
it's not good. This spring.
Technically,
So I
we're
would
getting a
urge you guys-
snowstorm right now, so.
See, that's even crazy, guys. Again, appreciate it, man. All you guys in the chat, appreciate you guys coming on the show. And man, I would love to chat with you guys again.
We'll do that.
Maybe
Yeah, that's fun.
It was a lot of fun.
give you guys a couple months, and I will reach out to you guys to see how you guys are doing. And if anything has changed, maybe you guys added new members to the team or whatnot, or Jim just got himself into trouble and y'all had to cut him loose. So now you're down to two.
And we're one less now. Yes.
We have two other sisters to choose from. Just so.
Oh,
Make sure you keep
so
that.
you're already on the back burner,
You'll be okay.
Jim.
I wasn't before the show started.
Oh, and Jim, that old lady is probably one of your relatives that's screaming in the background. Like, she's being really noisy. Like,
Yay, Vikings fans. Sorry.
gee whiz. Like, you got to talk to her more.
You got a Viking fan in South Texas. That's wild. Hey,
We're
ain't nothing
everywhere,
but cowboy fans down there in South Texas, man. But I do like Justin. I do like Justin Jefferson. So
Yeah.
I hope they take
We do
care of
too.
that guy. And he needs a quarterback. I don't even know why they let that guy go to Seattle. Biggest mistake ever.
Yeah.
And go win
They
a
thought
Super Bowl over
McCarthy
there.
was their guy. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But we have so much characters because we're
Anyway,
Vikings fans.
yeah.
That's another discussion for another
Yeah,
time.
topic.
Another time. I mean, as long as you guys aren't Ohio State fans, I'm good.
Nope,
You can be
no.
a Gopher all
No,
day. Hey,
no.
Robert, just to let you know, I'm neither 60 or 40. I am 39. I'll be 38. I'll be 39.
Oh, Lordy.
The only problem, the reason why I've aged is because I was married for over 30 years.
Oh, come on. Oh,
So you got married when
You
you
know
were
what?
8?
she's
Wait a minute, Terry.
So
I don't think that's legal.
When you know that.
So this is what marriage would do to you. I got
You're in
married
trouble
at a
for
very
that
young
one.
age.
Terry, you're in trouble for that one.
What I do?
I'm cool. I'm
What-
50.
what I do?
Well, I'm cool. I'm 60.
You don't look 60.
I am. I was born 1963.
Really? I was
Yeah.
born 1985.
Baloney. Oh, come on.
I was born. Jim, when were you born, Jim?
69.
See, I'm
Oh,
older
either
than you,
way
Jim.
goes. Even if I wasn't Jim, you still got me beat. Well, I mean, all right. Yeah. Okay, guys. Again,
All right. Thanks for having us. This was fun. Yeah.
It's fun.
no more questions, Jim.
Good luck, Jim.
You ever want to have lunch? Email me.
Sounds good.
It's homies.
And
I'll meet you
But,
halfway.
you guys enjoy.
But
Huh?
I'm here.
Well,
if
you gonna
need
meet me in
you know.
Denton?
Thank you.
Panhandle.
Oh, hold on. Here we go. Even though I said I wasn't gonna post no more comments, we're like fine wine. The older we get, I don't know where we go after that.
Well, some men turn into vinegar, okay?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking. Yeah, I clearly, I clearly understand you. I got you on that one. But anyway, guys, again, please enjoy the rest of your weekend. I appreciate it. And give me about 2 months and I will reach out to you guys again just to
Sounds
say
good.
hello
Sounds
and
good.
make sure
Take care of
Jim
yourself.
ain't got no knot in his head or he's not in the bathroom.
He good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Or you hang out with a female spirit in the bathroom, then you go, uh-oh.
I'm pretty sure his wife rules his house with an iron fist. Get him, Leanne. Make sure he don't do anything crazy.
Oh, no
Hey,
worries there.
Chew. Hey,
Yeah.
Chew, you're more than welcome to join us, man. Like I say, I've reached out to you
Oh,
once or
I
twice.
love this. This is so fun.
I know your busy schedule. To respond, but respond back to me to get you guys on the show. In the meantime, it's third with NSPS TV Paranormal Podcast on another great show. Appreciate you guys joining us, and peace.
Take care.
Thank you for
Bye,
joining
guys.
us today, and
Absolutely.
thank
Thank
you
you.
very much for